Pretty loaded 25 BHS White Hawk here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And kind of like a car commercial, optional equipment may be shown. Not all models may be equipped this way. If our photo tour looks a little different, this may not be the one we have in stock. Could be, but it may not be. Let's get dug in here, because with White Hawk, there's a lot to cover. Jayco's done an amazing job with this. They have like a 19-year lightweight veteran who has done nothing but lightweights his entire life working on this thing, and he's really knocking it out of the park. We've added the front nose cap here. Now, it looks killer. It's painted, so it's not going to have fade issues like a lot of other brands. The other thing is here, this is a 3/4 cap. You still have a normal front diamond plate. That's something a lot of lightweights lack. A lot of RVs with a nose cap lack any sort of diamond plate, so the nose cap's just generally going to get chipped up and dinged up. So most of your stones and things are going to hit this and not ding up the nose cap. While we're up here, I do want to point out that this actually does have a little, well, actually the plug's over there, but it is solar ready, as that sticker there indicates. You can put a little suitcase charger on here to keep your batteries topped off. Now you start talking lightweights and you start looking at things like power awnings, power tongue jacks, and they're like a dime a dozen. You need to look at the quality and the grade of the appliance. Jayco's going to use better stuff. Just simply stated, the awnings, the tongue, pretty much any time you see something on this, it's going to be better. That's why this has twice the warranty of anything else in its class. You have a monstrous, large front pass-through storage compartment here, because all the front storages on White Hawks are the same. Models, this happens to have an outdoor kitchen, but models without always have a little mini fridge right here. So they're all standardized to be the same. When you standardize, you get quality, reliability, consistency, as opposed to building one way and one the other. Every White Hawk underbed storage is the same. But you keep this big pocket, you keep that outlet here, so you can hook up all kinds of, you can have a second mini fridge out here if you want. You could have a little outdoor griddle cooking station with the outlet plugged in right there. You can do whatever you want. Now these baggage doors are thicker, stronger, better laminated. They're going to be better insulated as a result, and nicer latches on these things. We have added the Glacier package to this one, which adds some insulation qualities as well as a fully enclosed heated insulated underbelly for longer term use. 20-pound propane tanks instead of 30s. Very common in lightweights. I prefer 20s personally. 30s can give you longer lifespan between refills, but if it's Sunday and I'm grilling and I run out of gas, I can go to a gas station for 20 bucks and swap that thing out. 30-pound tanks, if it's a Sunday, I'm out of luck, you know. This comes in, by the way, 5,900 and some change in terms of weight, 5,900 pounds. The last year's model, the 2015 25 BHS, was lighter and cost less. And a lot of people are asking, well, what's the deal? Why is this one suddenly so much more expensive? Because this added the door side kitchen slide that the last year's model did not have. This is technically a new model with the same model number as last year, so don't let that confuse you here. Frameless windows, standard on your White Hawks. They look super cool. They do look space age and sharp. They also keep the seal hidden under the window pane. And if you notice, you can't see in this because it is a UV protected window pane. It's an 80% tinted pane. You have to put your nose against the glass to start to see through, and even then it's tough. Under the U-dinette, there is full storage, and they give you an access door on the outside here. Doors like this cost a little bit of money, so anytime you see something like this, it means that there's a little extra benefit to it. This does ride on wide stance axles. They're set an extra 9 inches apart to give you more stability going down the road. So basically you don't have the tail wagging the dog, as I say. The trailer's not inclined to do this and push your vehicle all over the road. You know, standard outdoor shower station here. So if the grandkids or the kids, whatever, are down at the lake, you can rinse the gross turtle slime smell off of them, which they're gonna have. Now notice, I don't know if you've heard, but there is some wind probably hitting the camera. It is a fairly windy day. Notice how this door is not budging? That's because Jayco's using friction hinge doors. You can smack this door and it won't slam shut. You can fling it and it won't slam shut. That's the nice part about this. Now, this also has a direct access bathroom door, which is another update compared to last year. And people who've never owned a camper are going, what are they doing? Why do you have a door for the toilet right here? People who've owned a bunkhouse know that that is the #1 reason people are in and out of the camper. That's going to cut down on so much foot traffic and dirt in and out of your camper. It's not even funny. Plus, it is an easy access point back to your sewer station back there. All radial tires. Jayco's all ride on radials. That's been the case for years and years. But in lightweights, not everything does. To keep the cost down in lightweights, A lot of manufacturers will use cheap bias ply tires. A lot of manufacturers don't have a walk-on roof in lightweights. Not true of a Jayco. This has the exact same roof structure as the J-Flight, the Eagle, the Pinnacle, the North Point, all of them. You know, this has the same roof structure as some of their motorhomes. It's pretty extreme how it's put together. It's one of the strongest in the industry, and it's one of the reasons this thing holds its structural shape better, which is one of the reasons it has twice the warranty. Looks like we did add a ladder to get to that rear, to your roof, by the way. When you see a bracket like this, that's a dead giveaway that this has included an outside grill to complement the outdoor outdoor kitchen station. That's what I'm looking for. So outdoor kitchen standard on this model. The grill is an option that it looks like we've added to this particular one. Every time you get in a Jayco, you get a little more. They make this pocket bigger so you can put a small microwave in here, and they leave you outlets to run extra stuff, kind of like I mentioned earlier. You've got a little slide out cooktop here, and of course you got Dad's mini fridge right here, Dad's medicine cabinet. That's where you keep the barley pop, as Grandpa used to call it. Indoor outdoor stereo system here, and you even have a little indoor outdoor TV bracket. You can mount a flat screen to this. You can either mount the living room TV to it, or you can get a second TV to put on here, whichever you prefer. And it's very secure. The thing really locks on there, so you're not gonna have to worry about the TV like falling off if the neighbor kid bumps it or something like that. So it's never, you can have your kid there the whole time. The moment the neighbor's campsite kid comes over, bonks his head against TV, falls down, breaks, everybody misses the game or the race, whatever. Also notice Furion electronics. You're going to see all Furion electronics in here because it's the best grade there is. It's made for RV and marine applications. It can get hotter, colder, bounce harder without failing. That's what that represents. And again, always worth mentioning, Jaycos have twice the warranty of pretty much anything in any class. Let's see. Oh, I talked about the power awning, but a full LED light strip. This does have full lighting at the base of the awning. And again, just like that little bathroom door, this door also friction sprung. I flung that with the wind, and it barely touched the side of the trailer. You can be really, really friendly with these things. Now the other cool thing is, because you don't need a door stopper, you don't need a hold back because the door holds itself. The door sits flush against the trailer, so you don't have to worry about that sharp corner catching one of your kids or grandkids. The decor we are looking at in this video is called Coffee, and I mention that because again the video might look different from everything else. So one thing I like is they have a very well disguised control panel up here, and it's up high where the kids can't get to it, the grandkids can't get to it. Outside awning light, interior lights all controlled right here. Slide room, awning, all that stuff. Gas and electric 18 gallon per hour water heater in this model as well. That's another best in class feature. A lot of lightweights only have 11 gallons per hour potential. 100% LED lights, and I love how easy they are to manage individually. I love that. They're very bright too. Now, a lot of people have spotted this switch on the newer Whitehawks. They're like, what is this for? Well, it gives you a nice little accent light, and it just helps brighten it up over here a little bit. Makes a difference. Now, when the camera's not pointed directly at a window, it actually brightens up in here nicely. Your big U-dinette can fold down into a 7-foot bed as required, though with 2 double bunks, you're likely not going to need to use this a whole heck of a lot unless you're really packing them in here. Table is freestanding, so if you want to take this table outside, if you want to use this like a picnic table, if you want to add more kitchen prep space, you can do that. Both sides of the dinette have these cool little storage totes, and this is something that's really starting to make a big resurgence this year in the RV industry. You go back in the early 2000s, and a lot of things didn't have drawers. They had totes, because they're waterproof. You can beat on them, you can throw them away, you can replace them. They're easy to use. And then just, I'm guessing for cost reasons, it sort of fizzled out, and I'm really starting to see it come back now. I think it's a good idea. I think they're very cool. You have awesome storage in this model. You figure you can sleep 8 people in here. You got to keep all their stuff. So we have an extra closet for everybody. This could be a pantry. This could be linen space. This could be anything, everything. It could be a mixture of things, really. Before I forget, I do want to talk about the fact that this 25-foot lightweight here does have central air. That is not common in smaller lightweights. It's another thing that costs $1 more, but it is really worth having. Also, while we're standing here, notice how it looks kind of curved at the top of the screen. That's because this does have a barreled vaulted roof inside. So this is like 7 foot tall at its apex up here. The Skylight is something that we have added here as well because, again, it adds a lot of ambient light that, I mean, it just really brightens it up in here and gives everything a very good look. Back to where we were, back in this corner. Again, direct access bathroom door from the outside. You see, not only do we have just a power vent fan, but also a separate skylight up here so that it brightens us up as much as possible. They are using shower wall panel surround so you don't accidentally water damage your own sidewalls, which you can do if you're not paying attention. And if you don't mind looking at a receding hairline, you can see that even for tall, goofy guys like me, there's plenty of headroom in this shower. I do like too that, notice this whole vanity and bathroom thing, it's on an angle. It's not flat against the wall. It's not flat against this wall. It's on a bias, like it's supposed to be. At home, you don't stand halfway in or out of the bathroom, but a lot of manufacturers will put the medicine cabinet right here. So you got to stand halfway in, halfway out of the bathroom to try to look forward and, like, say, shave or anything like that. You don't have to do that here in this. That's deep. Wow, look at that. That's pretty deep. Let's get back out here real quick, just a moment. So double bunks. Now, Jayco is a heavier duty built manufacturer. Like, for instance, look at the thickness of this wall. It's thicker, it's stronger. That might mean that there's something that weighs a pound less out there. I guarantee it. It's not going to be as strong as this, though. And that's why this is a 600-pound upper bunk. 300 pounds per sleeping space on an upper bunk. And they don't even bother rating the lower bunk because there's so much construction. You're not going to overload it unless you decide to carry cinder blocks on your lower bunk. And I don't know why you would do that. That's just kind of silly, frankly. 8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer. This is 30% bigger than pretty much anything else in the lightweight business. If you're lucky, a brand might offer a 7 cubic foot upgrade. This is an 8 cubic foot standard. This is bigger standard than the optional refrigerators and the other ones. Again, you can feed a bunch of people here. You have to, because you're going to sleep a bunch of people here. This whole wall is a slide out right here. So your stove, fridge, microwave, they're off the floor plan. They get out of your way. That is what gives you this walk-around island space right here. It's also what opens this thing up to just a truckload of storage. The low battery indicator is chirping at me. My battery box must be dying. This is also not just a wallpaper. That is a real splash right there. Something you can actually clean and scrub if need be. Power outlets right here for griddle country, coffee makers, blenders, toasters. Every other appliance I haven't mentioned yet can go there. Big island kitchen here. Pure storage. Now, here's what I like. Is this thing is not just all shelf space, which is, there's nothing wrong with shelf space, but they left you a spot for a trash can. And though I'm kicking myself right now, I forgot to set the trash can here because it ships under the bed and I forgot to grab it. They've transitioned over into the giant single basin sink in here, which is just frankly way better in a camper because you can actually get big stuff in there and clean it. Now also, that's pretty solid. That's not the super flimsy brand you get from a lot of other manufacturers. And it fits. It doesn't want to jump out at you. So we talked about the U-dinette. We've looked at some lighting things and whatnot. Privacy doors. This has privacy pocket doors, not just curtains. And they don't just mount them at the top and let them hang at the bottom. They actually track them at the bottom. What that means is this door moves better, smoother. You can get rough with this thing, and it doesn't fall off the track because it's held in place in more than one area. Plus, we're not using cheap plastic holdbacks. We've got nicer cloth ones that are not going to just deteriorate and crumble over time like a plastic one will. Not if, but when. Plastic one will fail. So, walk up to other lightweights and do that. If it even has a pocket door, most lightweights have curtains. This is the kind of stuff I like in Jayco's because that's the thing that's going to drive you nuts. You're going to be like, honey, the frickin' door fell off again. This is the stuff that'll make you hate your camper. This is the stuff you don't worry about in a Jayco. Again, TV will be included with this. I don't believe that. It might be an option. I don't know. I get myself screwed up because we put a TV in a White Hawk every single time here unless you custom order it otherwise. I do like to point out the fact that... hold on. The spinning entertainment center here also includes the high-def cabling you're going to need. So you're not only getting a high-def, possible output, you're getting high-def cabling. The Furion electronic system down here, all in one, AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth, it does everything. Kind of sound like an auctioneer right there. Bid is buy. Connect this thing wirelessly to your phone. Your phone can play any kind of music you feel like through it. And it actually even has a little microphone down here. You can take a hands-free call through your phone through your camper. What's neat, there's little outlets down here. You can keep your phone charging out of sight, out of mind, and kind of walk away from your camper and not have to worry about maybe your phone disappearing. And the dumbest things are the most exciting things to me, which is probably not a surprise to you. It is not a surprise to my wife. Regardless, shoe garage. stupid little shoe garage. I love stuff like this, so that you don't have a big pile of shoes by the door, especially with this slide right here. You get a shoe behind that slide out and you start running it in, you're gonna be really sorry. Now, we don't got to worry about it because we got a spot for the shoes. And I love the print on this flooring. This is sharp looking stuff. They also use Shaw carpeting in here. Just better grade residential carpeting. And again, little handy totes, easy access storage. Let's see here. Oh, even the quality of their foam. They're using better quality foam in their stuff. I forget to talk about that a lot of times. Every Jayco is going to have a Denver mattress pillow top bed here. It's a nicer quality sleeping space. You've got bedside stands on both sides of the bed with outlets. And over here we have both residential outlets as well as twin USB plugs. I was talking about that tote storage. You're going to have storage like this on both sides of the bed. So you can get to the storage under the bed without having to pick the bed up. This side of the bed does have a bigger closet because remember, it is pre-prepped for a mini fridge under there. Not everybody needs closet space, so they give you the option of putting a removable shelf in there. And if you notice, there's even a hidden little pocket back there for like watches and odds and ends, so they don't go flying off your bed at night. I think I've pretty much killed everything I can talk about in this one, short of you actually putting your hands on it and asking a couple questions. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have a nice day.